team's gonna have a few struggles. Andrew, can you be an oven? Yeah. Okay, Darla, you're gonna help with topic. Thank you. Hey, I know oven's might not have been your favorite, but sorry. Yeah, it's about how we get through those struggles, and we have been getting through them, so I think we're gonna be safe. We gotta go! We gotta go! We need to get a lot of pizzas, guys. Oh, no, we don't need it. Oh, it's really good.
Guys, it's coming home for us.
10 minutes left. 10 minutes left. Grayson, 2 more bucks. You got it. Are you sure? I got it. Jerry, this team, there's a lot of chaos going on. People are yelling at each other, and I think we're falling behind. They have a lot more things.
The big thing I'm watching for is making sure they remember to get that cornmeal onto the pizza wheel. It is such an easy thing to forget, and it's going to make it impossible to get a loaded pizza off into the oven.
Yep.
You got the cornmeal on your right. You got the whole cornmeal right here. Back to work. Right. What are you doing? I'm throwing pizzas away because the pizzas won't come off. Oh my God. We have no time to waste, so I'm not fighting for pizza. You're not even watching the pizza. Guys, we need all these ovens now. Jeez, it's not gonna work. Right, what are you doing?
Hey, guys, there's nothing in the ovens.
Freddie's throwing pizza on the floor. I'm like, Freddie, step up, man. Put more cornmeal on the field. We might lose this challenge. You guys are coordinating things correctly. Communicate, guys. Let's go, guys.
Hey, go on, team. Come on, we'll get together. Let's go.
Grayson, get that deal over here. I think the front-running team is the red team. They got the pizza sitting out. The white team, they're more the underdog. But the green team, I know we are very, confident, but we gotta hurry up.
All right, minutes to go.
Come on, we just not go so slow. Come on. The red team's doing really well. I think we have a good amount of pizzas, and if we stay on this pitch, we're gonna be on that balcony. It's in! Ready! I'm in goal! Come on in! Oh, wait! Oh, no one fell!
Your mission is to stand up to moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis. Once daily pill can dramatically improve symptoms. EnVogue helps tame pain, stiffness, swelling, and persona. EnVogue can even significantly reduce RAs. That's EnVogue relief with
Don't make the I got the answer. I can handle the hard question.
See, they say that Angel Snub Number 7 don't care about the people. But Angel Snub Number 7 cares about the people because I'm bold enough to tell you the truth. And I don't give a damn if you give me a dime. I'm not looking for your money.
Hi, this is EnVogue. I'm Terry Ellis.
I'm Cindy. And I'm Rona.
And in honor of Women's History Month, we will share our Fly Files, 10 hip-hop and R&B songs from the 90s and 2000s that are personal favorites of ours and all performed by women. Tuesday, 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific on Sirius XM Fly.
It's Women's History Month, and I choose to highlight Mother Teresa. Starting at the age of 18, she chose to live the rest of her life serving the dying and the destitute. She was the hands and feet of Christ, and she made a huge difference in the lives of so many people. And I think the world would be a better place if all of us just took a tiny bit of that and did the same things right here where we live.
Hey everybody, it's Women's History Month and I am highlighting women astronauts. I can remember in about 2013, we were performing in Seattle, Washington, and we had some days off, and so we decided to go and visit this place called Blue Origin, which is an aerospace company. And at the time, I believe they were making like these space pods for civilians to be able to go up into space. And then they took us around the facility and we could take a look at all of the components that make up a rocket ship. And one piece in particular just fascinated me because you could hold it in the middle of your hand, but it was like 50 pounds, right? And then they had these grooves in it that the fuel would travel through. And they said that if any of that stuff wasn't as precise as it needed to be, that it could fail the whole mission. And I was just like, yo, what amazing detail. And I just wondered if I was exposed to something like that when I was a little girl, would I have chosen science? So shout out to Sally Ride, Macy Jemison, and a slew of other women who have made their mark in history going into space.
It's Women's History Month, and I want to highlight Miss Angela Davis. I've always admired her because she was never, ever afraid to stand up and speak out for African Americans. Miss Davis was a major activist in the 60s and 70s. She was profoundly affected by her childhood, which was segregated in Birmingham, Alabama. She joined the Communist Party and became an affiliate of the Black Panther Party as well. She was also known to have been arrested, tried, and acquitted for her role in the Black Panther Party courtroom shootout. She went on to have a profound and distinguished academic career at colleges such as Pomona College, Rutgers, and Vassar. And she has remained politically active and so passionate for African Americans to this day. I got a show tonight, got my makeup on, got my hair on, and now I'm sitting on it. That's like those two all the time. Yes. Y'all ready? Yeah.
disrespected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman. And as Muslims, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us to respect our women and to protect our women. And the only time a Muslim really gets real violence is when someone goes to molest his woman. We will kill you for our woman. I'm making it plain, yes. We will kill you for our woman. We believe that if the white man will do whatever is necessary to see that his woman gets respect and protection, then you and I will never be recognized as men until we stand up like men and place the same penalty over the head of anyone who puts his filthy hands out to put in the direction of our women.
In the name of our ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what we call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper or the host of this program, known here on social media. Wherever you may find me, I am known as the Mate. Angel Snub 7. I am your soul brother. Number one. Welcome. I am so fatigued. I am so tired. When I decided to do this topic, and some of the some of the energy that I had just thinking about this topic, it left. But hopefully we have a little bit I can share with us tonight. I don't want to keep you long. I just want to do a rant and get out of here. Shout out to our super MVPs. Mellow Cap and Deacons of Reality is in the house. Shout out to Don Anderson, and give a shout out to Brother Denzel Rogers and Ahmed Delight, Angela Hines, Brother Taalik, Small Talk, Sister Ann, Razzie Fry, Z-Man. Oh, there she is. She got the whole list right there. Welcome and hello, Soul Brother 85, Twin, Mellow Cow, family, and everybody. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on this spontaneous broadcast. I don't know whether or not some of you may not know this. Some of you do. This was one of the channels that was flagged by Sonetta. And we're back again on and popping. So even when we lose, we win. It doesn't make any difference. And this channel or the other channels that are new actually get just as much views as this channel, which has many, many more subscribers. I can't tell. I can't tell that this channel has more subscribers than the new channels that we open up. But we're here, we're live, and on this Vizzy, we're going to get busy. This month, March, is Women's History Month. This month is International Women's History Month. You probably don't know because on CNN, well, I'm going to tell you, just to be fair, oh, there go our friend Mims. How you doing, Mims? My brother from another mother. Mims is in the house. Glad you could join us here, Mims. Anybody that would like to come and join me on this topic, just let me know. I can put the link in the chat room, and you can come here and say what you have to say. It's cool. March is Women's History Month. March is International Women's History Month. Of course, we have the war going on in Ukraine and Russia. That takes a lot of the news. But even if you didn't have a war going on between whoever, Women's History Month is no big deal. It don't seem like it's a big deal. A lot of women don't know this is Women's History Month. Last month, Black History Month. March is Women's History Month. Now, what is so sad is that many soul brothers, many black men will recognize and happy to post all kinds of stuff about Black History Month, but now it's Women's History Month. Regardless to your race, you're a woman, it's your month. This is your month. Women's History Month, Women's History, International History Month. Mim said he didn't even know. I've known for a few years. No big deal. I don't see women celebrating or talking about a lot about Women's History Month. And I really don't expect men to celebrate Women's History Month because they don't give a damn. Men control the media. So you shouldn't expect men to make a big deal out of Women's History Month, just like white men, Caucasian men, don't make a big deal out of Black History Month. They'll put They'll put a few things up. The autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman, play some Martin Luther King speeches or whatever. They control, white men control the media. They don't give a rat's ass about Black History Month. Just put enough so you can shut the hell up. Don't bother me. I gave you some Martin Luther King. I might even play some Malcolm X. Keep some eyes on the prize or whatever. And go about my business. I don't care nothing about no Black History Month. So you would think because the white man who control our major media, you would think that Black men wouldn't want to have that type of attitude, because now it's Women's History Month and Black men really don't give a damn. I'm going to be fair. Because I don't watch a lot of YouTube. I don't watch a lot of the television. But I can tell. And I know men don't give a damn about women like that. I've been on this earth for a long time. I've been around men, Caucasian men, Black men, Mexicans, whatever man it is. Men don't give a damn about women like that. I don't care if she's your daughter or your wife or your auntie. Men don't give a damn. How do you know? How do you know? Actions speak louder than words. We know certain people don't give a damn and could care less about Black History Month because their actions show they don't care. We know that men don't care about Women's History or International Women's History Month because we should know. And a lot of these men, even if they know, they don't care. They don't care. So this is what makes me angry, and this is what makes me, or made me want to come and talk about this tonight. Didn't we just listen to Brother Malcolm? And really, it's not about Black women. That's where our concern is. But women all over the earth in bad shape. In 2022, still in bad shape. In America, in 2022, a woman can do the same job a man can do and still get paid less. There's still a glass ceiling. And the glass ceiling is put there by men who don't believe in equality. And I'm very ashamed to be part of my gender, Black men, who have suffered going on 500 years of oppression and inequality. They have the same type of mindset, the same type of behavior like these who hate men and women, Black men and women. And you have the same mindset. We're going to talk about that. The only time you see where these men give attention to women, Mother's Day. And that's because they can make money. They make money on Mother's Day. The reason why they give attention to Mother's Day is because they make money. That's the reason why. Not because they love women. Also, it's a jealousy thing. to my knowledge, Mother's Day was first. And then you had these men complain, what about Father's Day? You can't be a mother without a father. They crying. You already control everything. You control the jobs. You control the media. You control religion. You control every, make me almost want to start cussing. You already control every damn thing. The women can't have Mother's Day. What about Father's Day? And of course, they make money on Father's Day also. There's no money to be made for International Women's History Month. There's no money to be made for Women's History Month. So men aren't interested because what I'm going to get out of it? Don't you want to give honor to women? Your mother and your grandmother and your aunts and your daughters for 30 days? You piece of trash. I want to talk to the woman. I want to talk to the sisters. Just because a man take a picture with you and y'all children's and y'all chillins don't mean he like you. There are many men in America and around the earth that take pictures, happy pictures, the husband, the wife, and all y'all children, and you think that he really loved you. You think that he really cared about you. There are many men who are married to women for 2 years, 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, and he never really liked you. You're just something to use. You're just a tool. You satisfy his sexual needs, and you give him, hopefully you give him a son. Hopefully you give him all the boys you can. Because in America and around the earth, it's all about the penis. It's all about the men. You are second fiddle. You're not really worthy of too much. Absolutely. You're not worthy of too much. Because if you was worthy, and if they really love you, I would not have to make this video tonight. Why wouldn't a man? Didn't we just listen to Brother Malcolm? If we had the attitude of Brother Malcolm, then there should be all types of celebration for the woman in America and around the earth. It's silent when it comes to women. And the sad thing is that women, the female, you tolerate this and you accept this behavior. You have accepted being second fiddle and an inferior. Going back to these men that really don't like you. Some of these men, as you know, are married. Some of these men have girlfriends. And in secret, they're going to sleep with other men. It's called being on the down low. They really don't like you that way. You're just something to be tolerated. Oh man, sit down. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. I was loving my wife. I loving my kids. Actions speak louder than words. People can say anything out of their mouth. Actions speak louder than words. International Women's History Month, all over the world. Do you know, in some countries, like Afghanistan, women get no education at all, or they are only allowed to go to maybe like the 10th grade or something like that, 8th grade or something like that. It is against the law for women to get a college education or be on the same level as a man. In some of those Arabian countries, Islamic countries, I believe women are just now being allowed to drive a car. You can't drive a car in Dubai, Kuwait, or whatever those places are. In Africa, see, these people always talk about what they think is positive and what is beautiful. In Africa, in some of those places, women are forced to be circumcised. In Africa, the number one victim of sex trafficking around the world is women. Because women have no protection like that. And who are the predators of the women? Men. There's a few women involved in, of course, in sex trafficking. There's no doubt about that. But the predators are men, and men aren't going to get in the way of other men like that. Now, here we are. We have a war going on between Ukraine and Russia. It's not about the mistreatment of women. Have you ever heard of any war where a nation would go to war with another nation in order to rescue women and girls? They go to war for other reasons. Oil, rubber, control. Well, of course, they want to control the women, but they never go to war to free women from oppression. I haven't heard of a war to free women over oppression. Nobody willing to drop a nuclear bomb over women being oppressed. If there's a war or if there's a country that's making that claim, please let me know. I haven't read about it in history where a country or nation will go to war to free oppressed women, because women are oppressed. Now, men and women, you got to include the men now. They will go to war and claim for the freedom of men and women, but they're not going to go to war to fight for womanhood. Did we just listen to Malcolm? Did you hear how Malcolm just talked? We were all raised by women. We all come here via the womb through a female. We all should be outraged. We all should have a problem with the mistreatment of womanhood in America and around the earth. We should be outraged. But even the women themselves aren't outraged. In this country, look how long the women had to fight to try to get some crumbs, to try to get some equality in this country. And so, look, just like the civil rights movement, you give the woman some crumbs, let some of them be CEOs and let them get a little college education. Give them a little something so they can shut the hell up. And you don't even see women rising no more. Just like black people. You have black movie stars that make millions of dollars and entertainers, and you give the black people and you give the women some crumbs and they shut the hell up. And the ones who got the crumbs will tell you, if you just work hard, get your education and you work hard, you could be just like me. Shut up, Angel Snub 7. If you work hard, you could be like Will Smith and get you a wife like Jada Pinkett. You could be like Jay-Z. What's the percentage of somebody being like Jay-Z? How many Jay-Z's do we have? How many Oprah Winfrey's and Gayle Kings and Bob Johnsons and Bill Cosby's? And what's the percentage? That's a very small, you're talking about and looking at millions of people. Everybody can't be Jay-Z and Beyonce. But they feed us this, and we accept this nonsense, and they try to make you feel like you're a fool, and you're silly and you're dumb, complaining because they give you these examples of people, the chances of them becoming who they are was very, very high. Also, maybe what you're talking about is true if everybody had the opportunity. Now, we love Michael Jackson. We love Prince. We love Whitney Houston. We love the Reverend Jesse Jackson and Dr. King and Marcus Garvey. What about those who don't have the opportunity? What if your opportunity is controlled by somebody else? There might have been somebody that was born that could have been better than Michael Jackson. We don't know. They never had the opportunity. You can have all the talent that you want. You can be as smart as you want. But if you don't have the opportunity, it means nothing. And we are living in a society where some creeps and some bastards control opportunity, being biased and prejudicial towards others. They don't like black people and they don't like women. So don't bring that hogwash to me. We should not tolerate the mistreatment of women and girls. Now here I am. Last year, you know that we had a back and forth with females. I shouldn't be talking the way I talk. But see, we went back and forth with individuals that was foul, that just so happened to be female. Has nothing to do with how women are treated in America and around the earth, and for centuries, way before they was born. Maybe that's the reason why they are so foul, because they live in a foul environment that produces foul. You're raised in mud, mud is going to be on you. If you're raised in filth, filth is going to be on you. sometimes it's not our fault when we don't know any better. How many of you have been to people's houses and you're cool with the people? You've been to their house and that funk hit you. Woo! Oh my goodness, they don't keep clean. But to them, that's how they live, and they think they're all right. Perfect example is this guy, Anthony Myron Ross, the guy, this murderer, this killer that caused me my legal problem. He lived foul. House was smelly, nasty, stinking. It was terrible. And I wonder, how can you live like this? Well, I met his mother. And I went to his mother's house, the family house. They live the same way. Not only are they not cleaning up behind themselves the way you should, but they got animals in the house. Now, some of y'all, I know you know this. Now, some of you, you don't clean your house that well anyway. And you got a dog, and you got cats running around, fur everywhere, dog pissing in corners. The house stink. And then I went to his wife's parents' house. Same situation. They don't think nothing is wrong. Now I know why him and his wife can live the way they do. Well, first of all, a lot of people are lazy. They don't like cleaning up. They don't want to mop the floor. They don't want to dust. They don't want to clean like you're supposed to. A lot of people are just lazy. And maybe that's the problem. Because his wife's parents was nasty. His parents is nasty. Both of them coming together. So what do you expect from the children when that's the environment that's acceptable in their house? Filth. Now, if you ever came to my apartment, if you ever rode in my car and things are not right, don't blame my mother. My mother did not play that. My mother washed our clothes. She washed our ass. She kept our house spick and span 24 hours a day. She did not play that. Peace to my mother. My mother didn't play that. It's how we are raised. So here we are. This is March, Women's History Month. And there's no big uproar about women's history. There's no uproar about our girls and our aunties and grandma, because that's how we're conditioned. To uplift the male and push aside the female. There is no equality. There is no equal. The man, the male, is better than the female. One of the reasons why I am the way I am, I spent most of my time around the female. I spent most of my time around women, my mother and my sisters and my aunties. The sad thing, this is what I noticed. The women in my family are better than the male. The males get involved being hoes and being drunks and just terrible, terrible men. The females trying to get an education, trying to do a little something like smart, trying to do their thing, whatever. The women in my family much smarter than the men. But who gets the praise? The boys. They're my boys and my sons. None of the women go into jail. Got to go bail somebody out of jail. The boys, the men, got to get them out of jail because they drunk, doing stupid stuff all the time. There was a lot of mockery last year towards me because people don't understand why Angel Snup Nup 7, why you not acting like a hoe, like these guys? Why you don't have 5, 6 children? Why you don't want me to be a whore? That's your problem. These men have conditioned women to accept hoish behavior from men. Now, if a woman act hoish, it's a different ball game. Double standards. The only reason why men don't have all these children because they can't get pregnant. And usually it's the woman, she gets pregnant, and the most of the time she takes care of those children, and these men disappear. Most women aren't going to abandon their children. Majority of men don't give a damn. Most men don't care if their children are alive or dead. They don't give a damn. Mama. And then these men want to get angry because mama get more love and more attention than the men because mama, most of the time, she's going to be there. She's working 2 jobs, 3 jobs. She's doing these things. Mama gets no credit, gets no praise. For 30 days, I don't give a damn. So, being around my mother and my aunts and falling in love with womanhood, I don't want to see no woman mistreated. If I don't want my mother mistreated or my sisters or my aunt, why would I go out in the world and treat somebody else mother and daughter? Why would I do that? But these men have no problem. Ain't my mama, ain't my daughter. No man should be proud to see a woman on a pole degrading herself. That's somebody's mother. That's somebody's sister, daughter. You take out your money. Go ahead, baby. Shake it, baby. Shake it. You don't care nothing about women. First of all, because they don't care nothing about women, period. Not really. They don't care nothing about women at all. They don't give a damn about their mother or their girls. They really don't care. Prostitution should not be tolerated. But it's tolerated because men don't give a damn about women like that. They don't care. That's all you are, a prostitute. Something for men to use. That's all you are. In this world, this society. So, don't tell me that you love women. People say anything out of their mouth. Actions speak louder than words. And I'm not surrounded by men in America or around the earth that love women, including these pro-black, blackity-black, pan-African religious. They don't love women either. Bunch of liars and fakes. Actions speak louder than words. Where's my picture? Let me just find my picture of my sister. This was another reason why I wanted to talk about this also. Okay, here we are. We have, this is Sister Khadijah Farrakhan. She's the wife of Louis Farrakhan. And she's been married to Minister Farrakhan for a lot of years. What is it, 50 years, I guess? Over 50 years? A lot of years. 40-some years? She's been married to Minister Farrakhan a long time. Now I want you to hear me out. I want you to hear me out. Okay, he said 60 some years. Now I want you to hear me out. I know a lot of y'all love Minister Farrakhan. You love your religion. But I want to bring something to you. I want you women to listen because you need to stop tolerating being mistreated. Because you don't deserve that. You deserve better. You shouldn't have to tolerate that. Didn't the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teach to protect the black woman? Didn't we just listen to what Malcolm said? But look how our sisters being treated. Look, oh wow. Come on. Let's get real. Sister Farrakhan, I know you can't talk. But Angel Snutting Up 7, I'll talk to your hurt. I'll talk to your pain. Even if you think you don't have none, I'm going to talk to you. We deserve better. Just recently, Minister Louis Farrakhan made a speech called the Swan Song. I didn't listen to the whole speech, little bits and pieces, but I did hear this. Okay. We got somebody that loves Minister Farrakhan. I'm glad that you are here. I want you to hear me out. You need to listen to this. Because not only am I talking to our sister Khadijah, I'm talking to you, I'm talking to black women, I'm talking to you sisters. Whether you are a Hebrew Israelite, whether you are in the Moor Science Temple, whether you are a 5% nation, a Pan-African, wherever you are in the Christian church, wherever you are, black woman, I'm talking to you. I want you to listen. Are you ready? She said, yes, please talk to me. Here we go. It's not going to take long. I want you to listen. So Minister Farrakhan just gave a speech called the Swan Song. And basically, this was another opportunity he took to keep throwing Brother Malcolm. Where Malcolm at? Right here. Here you go, Brother Malcolm. This was another opportunity for him to keep throwing Brother Malcolm under the bus. Well, you see, Malcolm made all these mistakes and Malcolm screwed up. I made a few mistakes, understand, but I'm better, I'm greater. Malcolm died so I can live. No, sir. Malcolm died because he got shot. It wasn't because so you could live, sir. Malcolm got shot. That's why he died. And it all started because of the black woman, the mistreatment of the sisters. You're supposed to protect the black woman. You're supposed to die for the black woman. And that's what he did, Brother Malcolm done. We don't care who is the one that's mistreating her. Nobody gets a pass. Whether it's Elijah Muhammad himself or Farrakhan, nobody gets a pass when they mess with the sisters. Nobody. Nobody gets a pass. But Farrakhan gets a pass. Elijah Muhammad gets a pass. I'm going to interrupt my commentary. I'm going to address this here. Come on, brother. You do know that Malcolm wanted one of the messenger's wives, right? Elijah Muhammad only had one wife. According to the United States of America, Elijah Muhammad only had one wife, Sister Clara Muhammad. There was no other wives. And according to the Muhammad Speaks newspaper, they reported that these women that had these out of wedlock babies, these women was some kind of prostitutes or whatever. They never was introduced to the believers as wives, never. Only one marriage certificate you're going to find, Sister Clara Muhammad. That's all. Malcolm was single. And unless he was after Sister Clara Muhammad, which I doubt, those women had no marriage to Elijah Muhammad. So Malcolm had the right to romance any of these women. Well, they're upset. I'm going to go ahead and continue what we need to say. Like I told you, even these women do not want to accept the reality of things. But I'm going to show us in a quick example. You can't debunk and you can't refute. Now look. So Farrakhan, the Swan Song, another opportunity for him to throw Malcolm X under the bus. Also, he talks about his backsliding days. You know how in church, you're all holy and righteous, and then you slip. They call that backsliding. You know, you go back to drinking, go back to whoring around. Some of them probably never even left. People in the church always talk about, yeah, man, that was my backsliding day. No, that's what you wanted to do. That's what you wanted to do. Had nothing to do with backsliding. That's what you always wanted to do. The devil made me do it. No, the devil didn't make you do a damn thing. That's what you wanted to do. Nobody put a gun to your head. Why don't you sleep with your brother's wife? Nobody told you to rob the candy store down the street. Nobody told you to smoke marijuana. Nobody made you do nothing. That's what you wanted to do. People, these folks need to stop lying. That's what you wanted to do. Because if it's something that you don't want to do, like support Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign, for example. Hey, look. Talk about the devil made me do it. Hey, devil, why don't you make them support Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign? Talk about the devil made me do it. No, that's what you want to do. Ain't nobody made you do nothing. I'm a backslider. No, because you really don't believe in Jesus. You really don't believe in Allah. You really don't believe in none of that stuff anyway. And deep down inside, you know all of it is fake. That's why you backslide. Because if you thought it was real and you thought the punishment would be real, you wouldn't backslide. You'd be too scared to damn backslide. You'd be too scared to backslide. So Farrakhan, in the Swan Song, he was talking about his wives. I think he has 2 other wives. And he was laughing and giggling. I couldn't handle it. I don't know how these brothers handle it. Don't get another wife unless you can handle it. Now, to my knowledge, this is gossip. I don't know. Now, I heard that Farrakhan has 22 children. And more than just these 2 women that he did not say that, to my knowledge, he didn't tell their names. He didn't say who these women were. He has 22 children. 9 of them, I believe, is with Sister Khadijah. Some of these children are biracial. Like half Mexicans or something like that. And Farrakhan is telling some of his dirt. Yeah, I got these wives and whatever. And the people clapping. That's so nice. Farrakhan, you cheated on Sister Khadijah. That's nice. Women. Brother Farrakhan, go boy. It's your birthday. Go boy. Women clapping for this. The exploitation of other females. It remind me when our ancestors was in slavery and the slave master used to get one of us to beat us. Hey, here you go, Thomas. Now you take the whip and give Kuta Kente a few lashes. Yes, sir. You know you need to. Whoosh. You know you. What's your name, boy? Your name is Toby. It ain't Kuta Kente. Swish. We have women that's applauding the exploitation and the mistreatment and the deception of other women. Woo, that's sick. That's sick. Now look, I don't know which video it was, but there's a video where Minister Farrakhan was talking, and I saw Sister Khadijah on the side. Now, personally, I've been around Sister Khadijah. I never even heard her voice. It was just passing through. I really don't know a lot about Sister Khadijah, and when I was in the nation, I never really was around her like that. But she was our mother. She's the mother of the Nation of Islam, and so I had great love for her because she was the mother of what I was supporting, what I was doing back in the day. And most of the time when I saw Sister Khadijah, she was happy. Nice smiling face. I was watching this video and Farrakhan was talking, and I'm looking at Sister Khadijah. She was looking at him like, I mean, she was mugging him. And he's, doing his thing or whatever. I never seen her angry looking like that. Out of all the years, out of all the videos I've seen, all the pictures, I've never seen Sister Khadijah look at Minister Farrakhan like she wanted to kick him in the head or something. I mean, this hard stare. And now I know why. We know why. Because she's in a situation where she has to tolerate being abused and exploited. And who knows when she found out about these other wives, and Farrakhan has had more than just wives. He's had a lot of affairs, girlfriends. Oh, that was me in my backsliding days. Now, out of Louis Farrakhan's own mouth, he tells us how screwed up after. Now, this is after he joined the Nation of Islam. When the nation fell, he told us how he went back into, he grew a beard. He said he went back to smoking cigars and marijuana and chasing. He told us this. But he's the expert of the teachings of Elijah Muhammad. Elijah Muhammad is going to choose him. Allah is going to choose him to guide the Nation of Islam, a backslider, a drug user, after the Nation of Islam. Now he's an expert. He's the chosen of God. I question a God like that. You're going to choose somebody, not somebody who remained loyal to the teachings of Elijah Muhammad, who didn't backslide. You're going to choose somebody that's a backslider, a womanizer, a cheater, a liar, grandiose. You're going to choose somebody that's all screwed up. You're going to choose them to lead the nation, to be your representative on earth, vicegerent, I think that's what they call it, rather than somebody who kept the commandments, who did not backslide, that kept the teachings and tried to be as clean and pure as possible. You're going to choose a devil to run the nation. Talk to me. Do it make sense? Now, Farrakhan never, to my knowledge, he never named names. Who are these wives? Who are these children? Where's the marriage license, sir? This is the question. Now, we're not even talking about Elijah Muhammad. We're talking about you. You are alive. We can question you. Who are your wives, sir? Who are these children, sir? Where's the marriage license? I believe the speech he was making, where I saw Sister Khadijah, she was looking so angry at him. He was giving a speech, giving Jay-Z advice, because as you know, a few years ago, Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce. I believe Jay-Z actually confessed and admitted he had an affair. He cheated on Beyonce. The speech that I was listening to, Farrakhan was justifying Jay-Z's action because he's guilty of the same thing, and he was laughing it off. These sisters know they go through some stuff with us, don't they, brothers? They tolerate a lot from us, brothers. Why should they tolerate? How would Jay-Z feel if he knew that Beyonce slept with Angel Snub themselves? since all this is so acceptable, since it's all gravy, there's double standards. So Jay-Z can go out and whore around, but Beyonce's supposed to stay home and be a good girl, a good woman, and just take care of the children and wait for her turn so she can get humped. So Farrakhan and Jay-Z, they out there humping everything they can get their hands on. And Sister Khadijah and Beyonce supposed to just stay home and take care of the children. And many of you women tolerate that, especially when it's ordained by God. Because God told me to. Now, there are serial killers who go around killing people, and then they tell you, well, God told me to kill them people. Next thing you know, they in prison on death row. Yeah, but God told me to kill them. God told Elijah Muhammad, God told Farrakhan, you need to get these wives and spread your seed. Now, Farrakhan is talking about his wives. Now, if you notice, why don't you bring up Sister Khadijah to the microphone? Let her tell the people how much she enjoyed what you've done to her. I want to hear Sister Khadijah come to the mic. Yes, well, God ordained it. Whatever God wants, I do it. I really don't like it, but I want to hear Sister Khadijah talk about Farrakhan and all his children and his wives and and how she enjoys being a hand-me-down woman. After he been humping other women, and now he bring his crap to you. That's why a lot of y'all sisters get diseases. You got HIV from a whorish man. You got the claps. You got all this stuff messing around with whorish men. It's not usually the other way around. And contrary to popular belief, women got this thing about falling in love. They fall in love and they are loyal to you. Why you think they tolerating all this foolishness, all this stuff? You should not have to tolerate that. You're better. It's better to be by yourself than in the company of a fool. You don't need no damn dang-a-lang like that. You don't want to be lonely. You're lonely anyway. Farrakhan out there screwing whoever. Jay-Z out there screwing whoever. We want to see Sister Khadijah come to the mic and tell us how you accept this. She's not. She's going to spend her days suffering, keeping her hurt and her pain secret. Or maybe she told her daughter her real feelings, or her other children. What woman is going to like this? She did not sign up for polygamy. When Sister Khadijah married Louis Farrakhan 60 years ago, she did not sign up for polygamy. That was not part of the contract. When Sister Clara Muhammad, Elijah Muhammad's wife, married him, she did not sign up for polygamy. Now, if that's what you did, that's different. These women did not sign up for that. It's wrong for you. I don't give a damn who you think you are, messenger of God, or you think that you're special. It's wrong for you to cheat on your wife because that's what you've done. You should divorce her and marry a woman that wants to be a polygamist. That's the right thing to do. Sister Clara Muhammad got caught up in bull doo-doo, and Sister Khadijah got caught up in bull doo-doo. To my knowledge, Sister Khadijah was Farrakhan's first and only wife. And as far as the law is concerned, she's the only wife. Well, you see, this is how they justify it in religion. Well, you see, God gives the prophet, you can have up to 10 wives. The prophet, the man of God, can have, all these wives or whatever. Do that mean you have to take a wife? Do that mean you have to do that? Because somebody said that you can have 10, 12 wives, whatever, because God said, do that mean you have to do it? Do it say in the Quran? Do it say in the Bible? You got to do that. It don't say that. That's your choice. And you made that choice because you're a hoe. That's why you made the choice. How many of you have went to some of these buffets? You go to the buffet and you can eat all you want. They telling you you can eat all you want. And some people would do that. Hey, go, give me that. But you don't have to do that. You can go to a buffet and you see certain items getting low. Just take enough to satisfy yourself for that moment and come back later and think about other people. We don't think about others. We're so damn selfish. It's all about me, what I want. Do Elijah Muhammad care about, okay, if I do this, how is it going to affect the woman I claim I love? If I do this, Farrakhan, how is this going to affect Sister Khadijah? What about Sister Khadijah's feelings? What about Sister Clara Muhammad's feelings? Aren't they human beings? But like I told you, what did James Brown say? It's a man's world. It's all about me. I don't care about how she feels. I really don't. So Farrakhan take these wild, and I can guarantee you, Sister Khadijah never knew about these women until it just got to the point where you couldn't keep the secret no more, like what happened to Elijah Muhammad. Sister Clara Muhammad didn't know what was going on. You think Sister Clara Muhammad was happy? You really think Sister Khadijah happy? They did not sign up for polygamy. They signed up for monogamy. These men did not have to take wives. How many of you have given a ride to somebody and you know they really don't have a lot of money and you're doing pretty well, and they give you $20? You have the right to take the $20, but you don't have to. That's all right. I'll take 10. You can keep the other. That's what you do. That's the mentality we have when we think about others. But when you're selfish and greedy, give me that 20. Matter of fact, ain't you gonna give me a tip? This is the type of environment. This is the type of situation that we find ourselves in. This is what we find. You're not going to tell me that Sister Clara and Sister Khadijah, who did not sign up for polygamy, you're not going to tell me that they approve and they was good with this. You're not going to tell me that. No woman is going. A woman that signed up for monogamy is not going to be a happy camper knowing that she's been cheated with. Because God told me to do it. God ain't told you a damn thing. There's nowhere in the Quran or in the Bible where it says that the prophet have to do that. No, you a hoe. That's why you done it. Elijah Muhammad done what he done because that was around him. It was easy pickings and he went for it. Same thing with Farrakhan. Religious hoes, pimps and preachers. Let's make this point here and get out of here. You can't debunk, you can't refute nothing that I said tonight. You just accept exploitation. And you don't give a damn about nobody except yourself. Elijah Muhammad was an older man. What was he? 50, 60 some years old? And those young secretaries was 18, 20 some years old, right? How many of you, like me, I'm almost 60 years old. You have a 21-year-old daughter. You gonna tell me, well, y'all don't like me anyway. That's one of the reasons why. That's one of the reasons why you have a problem. But a 60-year-old man trying to get with your 20-some-year-old daughter. She's grown. She's an adult. There's nothing that you can do about it. But you know, and I know, that you do not want your 21, 20-something, 18-year-old daughter messing around with an old 60-year-old grandfather. But that's acceptable behavior under religion. I was 17 years old, and the girl I wanted to talk to was 15, and they told me I was robbing the cradle. I'm 17, she's 15, and they kept telling me, oh, damn, man, you robbing the cradle. It's only a two-year age difference. So I'm having problems liking the girl. She's only 2 years younger than me, telling me I'm robbing the cradle. But you're going to tell me you don't have a problem with a 60-year-old man messing around with a 21-year-old. See how crazy and insane religion makes us. We don't even have common sense no more. Look. So the second excuse is this. Well, you see, God told me to do this so I can spread my seed. God told me to do this so I can spread my seed. That's what they're going to tell you. Woo! We go for the okie doke. What is it that Malcolm said? You've been hoodwinked and bamboozled. That's what Brother Malcolm always said. You've been hoodwinked and bamboozled. Not only by racist white people, but you getting hoodwinked and bamboozled by people that look just like you. What was it that Elijah Muhammad told Malcolm? God had told me that I must spread my seed for this time to do. I don't know really what the purpose is supposed to be, but spread your seed. Sister Clara Muhammad gave Elijah Muhammad 9 children. Khadijah Farrakhan gave Louis Farrakhan 9 children. I must place my seed in fertile ground. God told me I must place my seed in fertile ground. Clara Muhammad gave you 9 children. Sister Khadijah gave you 9 children. Duh, fertile ground. That sounds like fertile ground to me. At one time, she was 20-some years old. At one time, Sister Clara Muhammad was 20-some years old. At one time, Sister Khadijah was 20-some years old. They gave you 9 children. Plenty of fertile ground. So here we are in 2022. And all these children that Elijah Muhammad get and Farrakhan get, what have they done for us? What do they do? They are special children. So you're saying that the children that you have with Sister Clara Muhammad, the children that you have with Sister Khadijah, your first children, they're not good enough. They're not good enough. Why aren't they good enough? Your first children. Something was wrong with that fertile soil. So actually what you're saying is something was wrong with Sister Clara, the woman that backed you up and supported you through thick and thin. There's something wrong with Sister Khadijah, somebody who backed you up through thick and thin. There's something wrong with their womb. There's something wrong with them as a person. Because simply the bottom line is you don't like women anyway. That's the root of the problem. That's the real deal. You don't like women anyway. So I hurt. And this makes me angry. Because I don't want to see you women. I don't want to see the sisters. I don't want to see women like this. It's a hurtful thing. Women gave me the title Divine Masculine way back in 2008 or whatever. They call me a divine masculine because I support and I stand with womanhood. I understand my role as a man. I understand your role as a man. I mean, as a woman, sorry. Well, some of you have transgendered into men. That's another topic. Because I love you. I love you with all my heart. I love us. I don't like injustice. I don't like mistreatment. I don't like bullies. And these men bully you. They exploit you. They deceive you. They lie. Hiding behind religion. What does religion, what do these things do for you? What are you getting out of these relationships? Everything favors the man. And that's why he's happy. If religion did not favor him, he stopped believing in God. If the God did not favor him, these men would stop believing in God. But since the God, mind you, a fictional character that they made up, favors them, oh yes, God woke me up this morning and God did this and whatever. It's not right. And you're not going to tell me, you can talk to you blue in the face, it's not right for what Elijah Muhammad did to Sister Clara. It's not right for what Farrakhan done to that poor sister, Khadijah. Those sisters supported them through thick and thin, good wives and mothers. I have received no information, heard no gossip where these women was foul. The men was foul. And they justified their nasty, filthy actions, hiding behind their dirty religion, hiding behind the Quran. Because they hoes and they weak in the mind. Why would God choose weak-ass men to represent them? Represent him, rather. Why do God always choose weak-ass folks? I don't understand that. And we fall in love with these people. If the average brother or sister did that in the ranks, they would get ostracized. They would get thrown out of the Nation of Islam. But Farrakhan can do that. Who gave him permission? Where in the Quran? Farrakhan is not a prophet. Farrakhan is nothing but an FOI. He's just an average, regular guy. He's not the messenger of Allah. Why do he get a pass? because he made a hoe out of you and he's your pimp. That's the reason why. He feeds, he makes you feel good. He gives you a spiritual massage. And he gets a pass. Now, I don't know whether or not Sister Khadijah will agree with what I've said, because so many of you have been brainwashed. And Sister Khadijah, I know she don't like this, but she's an older woman, and she's in a situation like not only Sister Khadijah, it's a lot of you sisters out there. You know this man you living with is trash, but you stay in the marriage, especially if you never worked. He's getting the money, and as long as you can, as long as he's paying the bills, whatever. Sister Khadijah's an older woman now. She's like, well, the hell, I done dealt with the crap this long. And but that don't mean she's living a happy life. They probably not even sleeping in the same bed. I heard that when Sister Clara Muhammad found out about what Elijah Muhammad was doing, she stopped sleeping with him. Why should she sleep with him? You getting what you getting your stuff from somebody else. What you need me in the bed for? But a lot of us, we love abusers. We love exploiters. Exploitation, somebody that lie and deceive, you love the hell out of them. Somebody like myself, who's open and honest and sincere, you give people like me hell. But somebody who's a liar and deceiver, smile in your face, stab you in the back, you love them till death do you part. And it's really terrible. We allow ourselves to be exploited because of religion. There's no real happy women when religion is involved, because religion hates women. Religion hates womanhood. There's no real happy women in the Nation of Islam. You can come here and I can question you. I will show you that you're not really happy in the Nation of Islam. You're not happy in the Moorish Science Temple. You're not happy in the 5% Nation. You're not happy in the Kemetic community. You're not happy in Pan-Africanism. You women, it's impossible for you to be happy, because those things, all those things, these men do not love you. You're just something to use. What is the benefits you get out of these things? What favors you in all these things? Nothing favors you. There is no benefits except you feel good. That's all. They feed your emotion and you clap. Go ahead, brother, my holy apostle. Go ahead. And you clap. Same thing in the church. That's all you do. The women get up. They hope to satisfy you physically in the bedroom. And then they take you to the mosque, take you to the temple, and feed your emotion, and you just clap, singing and dancing. But when all the smoke and the mirrors clear, you receive no benefits. There's no benefit. I shed tears for Sister Khadijah, Sister Clara, and all you sisters out there in these abusive relationships, polygamous relationships. Behind the scenes, these men calling you hoes and beating you up and whatever. That's not the kind of world that Malcolm X wanted. In fact, it's not the teachings of Elijah Muhammad. I would suggest that you would get aboard the Soul Train and that you would support Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign, because it's more than what you think that it is. It's a whole change. It's a transformation. And you're going to be treated equal, and you're going to be really put on the pedestal where you belong. I have no problem following a woman. Y'all look damn good from behind. When I'm around women, it's like being like a child in a candy shop. I'm loving it. I want to hear you talk. I want to see you move. I want to see you groove. I want you to be the best woman that you can be. But you can never become the best woman you can be until you get a best man. And you are in a bad position because your man is creepy. Your man is a damn coward. Your man is incompetent. Your man is a damn hoe. Your damn man is a pimp. They even say that they are dog. They even call themselves pimps. Why you want to be part of that? Accept reality, my friend, is much easier. You don't have to accept abuse. You don't have to accept mistreatment. There's nothing wrong with being alone, because you are alone anyway. Sister Khadijah is alone. She's in a position where she really could sue and take half of his crap. But she's been in the game a long time. And a lot of us, we really believe in this stuff that we're taught. But for women, what are you really getting out of it? I will speak out and I will talk. Because whether you will say it, because a lot of us live in denial, I will talk about your hurt and your pain. And there's nothing these suckers that can say that what Angel Snubbed Up 7 is saying is not true and on point. I know I am. You need a real man. That's why we don't have nothing. That's why we're not going anywhere. Have no real men. And these suckers that got a little clout, they don't want us to have real men because they're only thinking about themselves. Cash app, praise me, give me some booty. That's all on their mind. Look what I'm doing, not what we doing. Look what I'm doing. It's all messed up. Brother Aleeyah, shout out to Brother Aleeyah. His question is, how do Khadijah's children she had by Lewis is feeling about all of this? Well, both of us know when you caught up in that religious stuff, this is just acceptable behavior. To my knowledge, ain't nobody really saying nothing. It's all acceptable behavior. And a lot of us, we just don't think about things. We need somebody, when you caught up in religion and Pan-Africanism and all these isms and stuff, somebody is doing our thinking for us. And they told us, and they used the Bible and the Quran to justify their dirty religion. But you're not going to get that off here. It's not going to happen here. It's not going to be tolerated. Soul sisters are equal here. If I have 2 bananas, she got 2 bananas. If I have 2 cars, she has 2 cars. It is equal. If I can have 3 and 4 wives, she can have 3 and 5 husbands. It's equal. They don't like talking about that. These men don't like talking about that. If you can have all these wives, Sister Khadijah should be able to have her husbands. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Otherwise, you're a liar talking about Islam means freedom, justice, and equality. I will speak for your hurt and pain regardless, because I know you hurt. Nobody in their right mind, you can't tell me that you don't hurt. That's a hurting thing. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. You got to go around and hold around. God don't think my children is good enough. You got to go make babies with other people. That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying to Sister Clara. That's what you're saying to Sister Khadijah. My children ain't good enough. You got to make children somewhere else. I'm not good enough. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for joining me this afternoon. And I want somebody to try to debunk, refute what we're talking about here. Because you can't. The only thing you can do is accept reality and try to make things better for people that you claim you love. But you don't love the soul sister. You don't really love the black woman. Your actions, I don't care what you said out of your mouth. Because the teachings of Elijah Muhammad taught us we're supposed to protect and love the black woman. Look what Elijah Muhammad was doing in secret. So your actions don't demonstrate you love nobody. It's a damn lie. Sounds good, but you're a liar. Absolutely, star 420. I'm not a savior. I'm not a messiah. I'm just your little brother that is sick of the bull doo-doo. Sick of it. We deserve better. And you got better. Support Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign. Promote as much as you can. Talk about it to your friends, your family, to people on other people on YouTube. We have to change. In fact, I already know what the theme of Soul Liberation Day 2023 is going to be. The transformation from nigger to a world power. That's the theme for Soul Liberation Day 2023. We must change. We must become new. This is the reason why we stay where we're at, because you don't deserve nothing new. You have not qualified for the new. So you stay right here with all these idiots, because this is where you belong. What was that song? Take me where I belong. This is where you belong. So why are you complaining? Thank you so much, Star 420. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We're going to try to come back here, like they say in religion. If, you know, if God, you know, if we're blessed to be alive. Saturday, I want to come back here and we want to talk about the importance of the Black family. That's what we want to talk about. Exactly, small talk. And it's not too much better. It's not too much better in 2022. And when you look at how women are treated around the world, it's really, really terrible. It's a terrible thing. Because of corrupt men. And most of the time, they use religion to justify their dirt. Just like the Nation of Islam has done. And you sisters, you deserve better. And we as a people, we deserve better than what we're getting. All this feel-good crap. Pacification. You need substance. You need nutrition. And if you want substance, if you want nutrition, then you need to come here. The Reality's Tip on Earth, internet ministry, and you need to let people, and you need to learn about this vision and this plan that we call Operation Exodus Mississippi. And that's all we have to say tonight. I appreciate the company. I thank you so much. If there's any questions or if somebody want to come on the panel real quick and then say something, we can do that and get out of here. Talib says, I must say, Farrakhan is questionable. People like Tahaka Bay in religion that come off as a helper to soul folks is questionable also. Unfortunately, that's just how it goes. They're looking to do something for themselves. Why can't you give a person a slice of bread? Why you have to make sure, well, you know, Jesus gave you this slice of bread. Nobody, Drew Ali gave you this slice of bread. Elijah Muhammad gave you this slice of bread. Why is that necessary? Because it's not really about helping nobody. It's about converting and trying to get more people on your slave plantation. It's about slavery. Hold on a second here. I think Taalik want to come in here and talk with us real quick. All right, the link is in the chat room, Taalik. We're gonna give Talib a few minutes. He wanted to talk to us real quick. Oh, there he is. All right. Hey.
Righty. All righty. Yes, sir. Can you hear me, brother?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I just wanted to really say some real quick things before you close out, brother. In spite of all this stuff going on in religion with soul Black people, you know, And what you're talking about, especially as well tonight, not getting off the topic, because what you're saying is totally just true, but it's also disgusting, you know, in the way that we're doing each other. And this thing got to the point, like, you know, you always say that it may be too late for us to be redeemable as a people. And with all this now, with the United States talking about allowing 100,000 Ukrainians in this country, as well as the continuation of possibly allowing other immigrants in this country, like they've been doing, you know, it may be a way to try to still may be a way to fizzle us out. The way, you know, since they don't really got no use for us after they done used us up hundreds of years on the slave plantation, you know what I'm saying? So if they can't get rid of us all, you know what I'm saying, by killing us in the streets, by race soldiers killing us or putting us in prison or whatever, then their next step may, in fact, be to use these immigrants as a way to, you know, to wing us on out the way, as the saying go, you know. So, or to sort us out the way, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we in trouble, you know, and it's sad, you know, to get back on the topic of what you're talking about, brother. It's sad of what Khadijah Muhammad is going through. I'm not a woman, but, you know, I could only imagine as a human onto another human being what she's feeling. With being ran over by this chump called Louis Farrakhan with his punk ass. Excuse my French. But, you know, don't no real man do no woman like that. No. Go behind their back, have children by other women in different parts of the world, even outside the country. You see what I'm saying? From what I heard, you know. And act like everything is still on the up and up, you know? And then, like, to my question in the chat about how do her children that she had by this Negro feel about it, you know? But like you said, it's obviously acceptable because a couple of them sons, especially Mustafa Farrakhan, would have been confronted Louis, exactly. if they was that serious about it, you know. So I mean, and this is why I say that, you know, it's just so bad, you know, that all this stuff happening in the country and around the world, whether we want to accept it or not, it has a lot to do with us. Even with the war between Russia and Ukraine, because that could change the situation in this country. Like I said, with them 100,000 Ukrainians, you know, coming over here, you know what I'm saying? We don't know what that in turn could be, what that could turn out to be for us. Because, you know, they've been giving immigrants benefits that's supposed to be coming to us under that civil rights stuff. You see what I'm saying? They get more benefits than we are. You know? And our ancestors is the ones that fought for us to get those benefits. Their ancestors didn't fight for that. They didn't march or get dogs or tear gas sprayed on them. You know what I'm saying? Like people like John Lewis did. Like Martin Luther King and them did, you know what I'm saying? Get jailed. He ended up even losing their life in some cases, you know what I'm saying? And see, this is what I'm talking about, you know? These people coming into this country and we allowing them to be a part of our struggle when it comes to them benefits. And that's just simply not right. And while we, you know, hating on each other all over social media, disrespecting each other all over social media and as well as out there on the ground, you know, this is what's happening to us. I mean, it's unimaginable if people would just wake up and see what's happening to us as a group of people. You know what I'm saying? Just because you got millions in your bank account don't mean nothing. Because you got billions in your bank account don't mean nothing. There's many examples, you know, and I mean, to prove that that don't mean nothing, being a sole Black person in this country. All that could be stripped away from us. Ask your ancestors what happened to their bank accounts during the Great Depression of the 1930s. You don't think a situation could happen like that in this country again? Where they can do that? Just freeze your whole assets. And there ain't nothing you could do about it. What you gonna do, march? Whine like you doing now? That's what you gonna do? Talking about Black Lives Matter? Put your hands up. You know, I mean, come on. You know, I'm disgusted with us. I'm very disgusted with us. I mean, you know, and it ain't nothing that I ain't told the soul brother here, which he could speak for himself on that, as far as how I feel. But I've almost threw my hands up when it comes to this struggle for our liberation. It's been periods of times I wanted to really throw my hands up and say F it all because of how our people are. But, you know, of course, that's frustration. I ain't going nowhere. I'm sure Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X at periods of time in their life felt like that. Even though they didn't tell nobody, but we don't know what was in them brothers' minds and what they was feeling really in their heart, especially when they had their own people pushing back at them, when all they wanted to do was help see a people treated with equality and free through liberation, you know? So, I mean, it's like, man, it's just crazy. We had an all-time worse high than ever when it comes to disunity. We wasn't even this disunited during the civil rights movement.
True.
Even though you had turn-a-coat Negroes then. But we're just far apart. And I mean, I'm gonna bring it up because a lot of us don't really talk about this. But the effects of crack cocaine and the drug, you know, epidemic in this country that we wholeheartedly embraced with our own free choice of will, you know, blew anything out the window when it came to us having a little unity that was left at that time. And me and I'm sure Brother Taalik, who came up from that era, seen the changes, which has, you know, shown us what the results is now, as of that fact, you know? So, I mean, it's just crazy. You know, it's really crazy. We are in trouble. We are in definite trouble. And you think Trump was something, listen, I'm gonna tell you something about Donald Trump. At least Donald Trump let you know what he was all about. This dude we got in here now, Joe Biden, this is staunch racist for real. He still got an attitude with Black people that rioted in his hometown. I think in Wilmington, Delaware, which is where he's from. They had a riot in the 60s at that time. And I think that was right before he had ran for the Senate during that period of time. And he still got an attitude about that. You know, but you know, people were so stuck on cloud nine, stupid because, well, he was vice president under Obama. You know. But anyway, you know, the thing about it is that a racist who don't show you his side is the worstest racist of them all. Malcolm X tried to tell you that when it came to the southern and the northern racists in this country. He tried to, you know, express that as the best as he could. But that's a fact, though, you know? And so, I mean, either way you're looking at it, until we take our own destiny into our own hands by taking control of a state, which we've been trying to tell you, well, the last 4 years. Matter of fact, this month, which we started that ideal proposal, me and brother Taalik, you know, it's like we gonna be in the same situation, headed for worse. And I'm just gonna say this too and let you close out, brother. Yeah, I can't on the end to what you was talking about, but did the sister Khadijah just recently find this out?
I don't know. She probably have known for a while. I would guess.
Okay.
I don't really know. She has not said. Of course, she hasn't said anything about it. Of course, she hasn't.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because I mean that information has been spreading around for the longest. Yeah. This man got kids by a woman in Mexico.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
But yet he telling us don't, like Elijah Muhammad tried to tell us that bull doodle, we can't marry outside our race or mix with people outside of our ethnicity. But yet he got a woman that he got a Latina woman that he got kids by, allegedly. So I mean, you know, it is what it is, man. You know, that's why I don't pay it. That's why I don't pay these people no mind. And you know, it's like, you know, what I see, in my opinion, of even that guy Taharka Bey, you know, when he tried to separate himself from the other ones in the Moorish Science Temple of America that's considered corrupt, I really don't see no difference. You know, just me. I don't see no difference. But you know, he I guess time will tell as we see him on social media and how he roll. Yeah. But I just don't take him serious, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. But yeah, I mean, you know, man, you know, I just feel like it's time for us to do something as a whole to you know, to put some protection around us as a people, because we ain't got no protection. You know, got all these cops getting away with murdering our people in the streets cold-blooded. Ain't even a fifth or 1% of them seen prison time. Just only a little tilly bit few individuals like that guy that killed George Floyd, and you know, some of these other guys, a couple of these other guys that went to prison over shooting black people. But that don't even make you still don't, that don't even reach up to 1%. That's just a few individuals that you could barely count on your one or two finger hand. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna see some prison time if they even get probation for killing a sole person in the streets of America. And this is what we dealing with, because we don't have no true leadership behind us. We don't have no state or land. a government of our own behind us to back us when all this is going on.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what we keep getting. This is why the Latinos in this country is getting more better results than we are, because they got lands and governments behind them. You see what I'm saying? Or they can always go back to where they come from.
That's right.
If they get sick and tired of this. You see, we ain't in that position. You know? So, I mean, this is just the reality of it. And with that said, I'm going to pass the mic back to our number one soul brother, Taalik. And thanks for letting me share. And peace to everyone listening. And that will be listening once the video is posted on YouTube.
Yes, sir. Well, I want to thank you, brother Talib, for joining us tonight. And I got to say this because Sister Ann always get on my nerve. I mean, not on my nerves. She always get on my case if I don't mention the autobiography. So I'm going to mention the autobiography for those of you who are interested. And I only wrote the autobiography for those who are interested in my life story, why Angel Snubbing Up 7 is Angel Snubbing Up 7. I did not write the autobiography to try to promote and try to make a lot of money or whatever. That's not the purpose of it. The purpose of it was for my audience, for my people, those who wanted to understand why I am how I am and know some of my background. That's the purpose of it. So I just want to remind those, and if you send me an email, those persons that I know that's down with us, I can send you the rough copy for free. That's not a problem if I know you. The reason why I made the price so high, expensive on Amazon, because if you're my enemy and you're just trying to find some dirt on me, then you're going to pay for it. You're going to pay for it. So, and I made it high because I want you to pay greatly. But the response that I'm getting is that the brothers and sisters just want to support me. They want to support what we're doing here on the Realist Temple. And they are actually buying the book. They are actually buying the email book. Not one person has requested, can I have that free? Can I want to read that, but I get it free? Nobody asked for a freebie. That's cool too. That's cool. It shows us. I mean, the ebook is only $9, and I could sacrifice some KFC, to get the book. The average KFC dinner that I usually get is almost $9. I'll sacrifice that and get the ebook. I haven't really had Kentucky Fried. Do you like Kentucky Fried Chicken or Talib?
Somewhat, yeah. I still do Kentucky Fried. Somewhat, yeah. I do still do KFC.
Yeah, I like it a little bit, but it's not like, I guess it's because I when I was a child, we really, when I was a child, it was a special day to go to McDonald's and Kentucky Fried Chicken. It was a special day. And that stuff tasted good as hell,
Right.
These children eat Kentucky Fried Chicken every day. No big deal.
Right.
It was a special day. We all got in the car and mama got, we didn't have a whole lot of family gatherings. And that was one of the times, or we get, my mother would gather all the children. Where we get to go? We get to go to McDonald's. Yay! Everybody get that. I want my Happy Meal and get that old cheap ass toy. You be happy as hell to get that little cheap toy in McDonald's. Happy Meal. And you can sacrifice KFC dinner and get the ebook. That's $10. I mean, we throw away $10. It ain't nothing to throw away $10. But I can imagine, boy, if I was able to get the thousands of dollars that Farrakhan get. Look.
Oh man.
Even if I was able to get the kind of money that Sonetta get, look, I got to produce something for you. I cannot take all this money and all this support. We got to support. We got to produce something that we can be proud of. We got to produce. And like I'm telling people, your farmland, these little tiddlywink businesses that we get, that's not good enough. We are too far behind in the game. We have to do something big. So what if the people supported us where we could open up a real Realities temple, and I had a cookie shop, Realities temple cookies or something? That ain't nothing. That's not going to help us. We need something big. We need something big where everybody can participate. So like if we was able to take control of the state of Mississippi, I don't want to say the Realities temple. I want to say we did it. Every man, woman, and child helped do this. Don't say, yeah, I'm the one that came up with the, you and I are the ones that came up with the idea. Well, actually, we didn't. We just, only thing we're doing is brought to the modern times what our ancestors was doing.
Yeah.
That's Angel Snuffing Up 7. That's not Angel Snuffing Up 7 idea. This is something, this is the activity that our ancestors was doing after the Civil War. They was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing we did was bring it up to the modern day times. That's all. And it's much more than what they were thinking about, because we need an absolute change. We need a transformation. We need a metamorphosis. We can't stay this what we are, because how we are today is terrible. We could take control of Mississippi. It's not going to last that long, because what did Malcolm say about the Nation of Islam? What destroyed the Nation of Islam, Malcolm said?
Greed.
Well, he
and
said,
jealousy.
Malcolm said the niggas.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh,
said,
yeah.
Niggas destroyed the Nation of Islam.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a niggerish attitude. So even if we were able to take control of Mississippi, one of the first things that's going to happen, civil war break out. Negroes fighting over stuff. That's one of the first things going to break out.
I remember a Christian sister spoke on that. She said that if they decided to give us a few of them states in the South right now, they said overnight it will be a bloody civil war situation. You know, I mean, it'll be like they'll be calling a pink Caucasian to come back and just take it over. You know what I'm saying? After it's said and done.
I mean, look at us. We can't even have a decent conversation, cussing and fighting and threatening. And can't even have a decent conversation. You can't have a decent conversation. How the hell are you going to build a nation and control anything? You can't even have a decent conversation with nobody. We
don't even know how to talk about the Caucasian. Don't know how to talk to us. We don't know how to talk to each other.
No. Actually, I have more decent conversation with Caucasian people than I am with my own folks.
Yeah, to an extent. Yep. I could, to an extent, I could concur. Yeah. Matter of fact, even with other groups of people, I've had you know, what you call respectable conversations, more so than with other soul people. That's the truth. That's just the truth. Yeah, it's sad and disgusting, but it's the truth.
I mean, here we are. Now look, this would have been the decent thing to do. Now, if I actually really had Nepal and Sonetta's videos on my channel, which I don't, they could have wrote me an email. You got our videos on there. Will you take such and such down, blah, blah, blah? And give me a chance. I'll be happy, give you a chance to take this stuff. Even Sister Noble, you that mad? Tell me about, you don't want your videos on my channel, whatever. Just send me a note or whatever. Look, you need to get those videos off here. I see this one. I see this one. I'll be happy to take that stuff off. No big deal. What do I need your videos for? I don't need your video. But you have people that's just dirty. Look, Guy Nollywood has all kinds of my videos on his channel right now. I ain't made no attempt to try to take those videos down, flag his channel down. He has enough of my videos on his channel, I could take his channel down. Now, he's flagged me. He's flagged me. He flagged me way back in the day. He tried to take my video. I know it was him because all the videos that was flagged, I was talking about the RBG stuff. So I know it was him. He was the only one that was childish like that. He's the only one.
Did you just, not to cut you off, but about some comptrollers in Tennessee taking over this black town recently? Has been all talked about in the news, and even on that Roland Martin show where they're talking about taking control of the assets, I guess, of this black town in Tennessee that was started up years ago by soul black people. I guess because they mismanaged the fund, whatever the case is. But they're trying to take it over to the point where they trying to take control back from those that have and that's what's going on, so now they talking about, in other words, doing certain things strategically so they can remove those that's in positions in that little small black town in Tennessee. I forgot where it's at in Tennessee, but that's what they're talking about doing now. And see, this has been going on for years, like with them black settlements, you know what I'm saying, that we had coming out of slavery. The same thing over and over again. And this is why, because we don't have a whole state behind us, this is why they could do this to us.
Yeah.
Look at Tulsa, Oklahoma, Rosewood.
Yeah.
And so I mean, it's this is the thing that's happening to us. Anything that we had some kind of political control over, they just came in there and took it because it's too small. And no disrespect to our brother Maurice Muhammad, but unfortunately, I hear that he's struggling, with trying to get his Mississippi initiative going because, well, he don't have enough support.
Yeah.
Obviously, and it's too much pushback. See, long as we in that position, you know what I'm saying? The fact is that we can't really accomplish nothing on the scale that we want. This is why we got to get a state behind us, an entire state, not no city, not no county, not no block, a whole entire state. We can't do that, then it's nothing at all, period.
I even said this, and I'll be ready to close this one here out.
What did he say? B1 not whooping ass. What? Soul brother silly. Soul brother 85 silly. Say B1 not whooping ass. Well.
It's not as easy as it sounds.
Right.
That's why I'm going to talk about that a little bit. Saturday night, I want to talk about the importance of the black family, a strong black family. And
we definitely need to get into that. Whoa, this division in black families going on in this country.
It's a terrible thing.
Yes.
It's really gotten really very horrible.
Yes. I have to say, and from my own personal experience, brother, you talking to a brother who could definitely attest to that. Go ahead, though, brother. Excuse me.
Yeah. What I was just gonna say real quick is this here. I was watching a a crime drama. And this Native American, this Indian guy, he was accused of murder. And the thing about it is, he had to be tried on the reservation. No American town or the federal government don't have any jurisdiction over him. He had to be tried by his own people on his reservation. That's the type of situation we need to be in. And we could be in that type of situation if we took control of a state, or even if we organized to the point where we can protest and say, we as a people, if our people commit a murder or whatever it is, you bring them to us and we'll deal with the punishment. We'll be the trial. We are they are not under your jurisdiction. They have to come to us. And that's what the Mississippi campaign would do for us, is that it'll put us in a position where if our people are accused of any kind of murder or whatever, well, they are a citizen. They are part of us. And you have to bring them to Mississippi for trial. They will be tried in the state of Mississippi. And we will determine their guilt or their innocence. The same way that native people are treated on these reservations or whatever. That's the kind of power we don't have. And these reservations, they have that kind of power because of a treaty from long ago or whatever. They have their own jurisdiction over their own people. And that's what we should be. We should have jurisdiction and whatever on our people the same kind of way. Problem is, we're not a people. We don't even know what the hell we are. We calling ourselves all kinds of stuff. They say, well, what are you? We're not even a people. So we got to get over that hump. You know, how are we going to identify ourselves once and for all? If we as a majority, as a people, want to be Muslim, I will accept that. Whatever the people believe or want to be, I will accept that title. I don't care what it is. I say that this issue needs to be solved once and for all. Put it up for a vote to the people and let them determine. Do you want to be an African American? Do you want to be a Negro? Do you want to be a color? Let the people themselves decide, and let the people who represent whatever these identities, go ahead and speak your piece and let the people decide what they want. Also, when it comes to leadership, that needs to be determined too. We're going into too many directions. Let the people decide. Do y'all want to follow Nation of Islam? Do y'all want to follow the Kemetic stuff? If this is what we want to do, let's do it together. Let's do it as one, no matter what it is. Majority rule. If the people want to be Muslims, they want to follow Farrakhan, whatever, you like it or not, let's do it. Just like America. Everybody don't like Joe Biden, but this is America. He's the president, and they follow and enroll. And then we get to choose another president, after 4 years. We could do the same kind of stuff. I already know I'll be the first black president under us. I already know I whoop the hell out of all these folks. They ain't gonna have nothing coming. They don't have no plan, don't have no vision. They don't have nothing going on. So I already know if given a chance, Realist will be on top because we win even when we lose. They can't touch us. I'll be playing. My campaign slogan would be, you can't touch this. You can't touch this. So that's what we need. But anyway, on that note, no more questions. Appreciate everybody for joining us tonight. Thank you, Brother Talib. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Super MVPs in the chat room. Those who are listening and those who will be listening to this broadcast later on. I'm always open to talk with anybody, but I'm not open to faceless, waste my time bull crap. We're done. We're done with that. And also, I want to make a comment about what Brother Talib said too, because it has been in our experience when we mess around with these people who are basically religious zealots, or Pan-African zealots, or whatever zealousy that they choose. These type of persons they're not going nowhere. They're not They're not helpful. They're more detrimental because they will start off smiling in your face and they will stab you in the back. That's our experience. That's what they're not to be trusted because they have an agenda that they don't want to give up. They really don't care nothing about the people for real. They just want slaves for their plantation. And that's not what we're about. We're about what is in the best interest of the people. Not what is in the best interest, or I'm not trying to convert you to no religion or to no ideology. It's about what is in the best interest of us so that we can progress. And all these other little tiddlywink stuff these people focus on don't mean nothing to about, I don't like this. Nobody don't give a damn what you like as long as you're a Negro slave. Do you think that the slave master cared about what I don't like? You know, they don't care about what you don't like. You're a slave. Don't care. People always telling us, I don't like this. Remind me of children. You know how children, I don't eat Brussels sprouts. I don't like broccoli. You know, pull up.
Picky and choosy.
Yeah, picky and choosy. That's what they are. No, I don't give a damn about you being picky and choosy. You're not in a position to be picky and choosy. You know, because I know back in the day, some parents, well, I guess you ain't going to be eating. You know, it's simple as that. You don't like broccoli, you don't like what you got, I guess you won't be eating tonight. Or they whooped your ass and make you eat it. Nobody play that. And that's the situation that we're in. Nobody don't give a damn about what you don't like, what I'm not going to do. Either you don't have to eat it. And if the people really want you to eat it, they just kick your ass and make you do it. Like they've been doing for the last 500 years. They don't care about what you don't like. You know, you got these immigrants, these Ukrainians, and some of them might go back home once the war is over if they get squashed or whatever. But it's going to be a whole lot of them say, I like it here. You know, things are changing around us, and these folks are stuck in la la land, and they're not tripping off nothing. What you don't like. Nobody give a damn about what you don't like. So on that note, I love my sisters. I love women, period. I don't like people being bullied. I don't like exploitation. I don't like people going through suffering. I don't like people being exploited. I don't like those type of things. And it's a shame. Men could do way better than what they're doing, but they're not going to help the women. They're not going to protect the women because the bottom line is they don't really love you anyway. Like we said earlier, a lot of these men, just because they have families and pretend and the family look happy or whatever, that don't mean they love women. Just because he have a baby with you, that don't mean he love you like that. These guys, a lot of these men don't love you like that. You go to these houses, especially these religious houses, they got all these pictures of men on the wall. Like, where the women at? I remember in my own home, I was putting up the pictures. I'm like, ain't no women on the wall. You know, I don't like that. Make me feel gay. I want to look at men like that. I start putting women pictures on the wall. I want to see what man that's supposed to be straight want to see men. I don't give a damn if he's Elijah Muhammad or Jesus or what. What man want to see another man all the time? Not only do these men put pictures of men on the wall, but that's who they associate with. They want to hang around and be around men all the time. That feels gay to me. I don't like that feeling. I don't want to see images of men. I don't want to see images of men. I don't want to be talking to men all the damn time. If men not calling my phone, talking about taking care of business, I don't want to talk to you like that. I don't want to talk to you like that.
Or hugging a man face to face, cheek to cheek. Woo. And you know, in the nation, they good for that.
Yeah. I remember the first time I done that. I felt so funny. I'm like, oh, I can't do that. I can't. You know, I go through the motion, but I wouldn't touch the brother. Matter of fact, I don't really like shaking a man's hand. I don't like touching men like that. But these guys, cheek to cheek, and then they shake your hand and pull you into, what you pulling me into you for, bro? I can't do that. I can't do it. You know. Hey, this is off the topic too, but I guess it might be on the topic since we brought it up about these people, because you said something about Tahaka Bay. You know, I was looking at his video, and he's there with the Morris brothers, right? And they wearing those red fezzes, right? I'm like, what's up with the red fezzes? I mean, that looks so clownish to me. I can't even imagine myself going around with a red. It looked clownish to me. I mean, where are they actually getting this stuff from? You know, these people in these costumes. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put on my Batman and Robin costume. Why don't you be Robin? I'll be Batman, Taalik. These people in their costumes. I can't do it no more. But on that note, let's get out of here. Thank you for listening. Jot down your comments. And like Don Cornelius used to always say, as important, I wish us love, peace, and so. And we are all the 5,000.